Hello my friends, SAmaryllis here to play more Cinders. We're gonna head right back into it. This time we are at Mother's grave at the cemetery because we decided to sneak out right before dinner time. So Cinders is saying, I don't even remember how long it's been since I last visited the cemetery. Mother's grave isn't hard to find. It's guarded by a statue of an angel crying gracefully. Father's idea. Looking at how much pain the angel is in, it's clear that Father took Mother's death very badly. I can't bring myself to look away from the statue. I'm sorry, Father. The grave must be in terrible condition by now. I haven't had time to care for it. Is her father's grave over there too, or is he buried somewhere else, or... I mean, he is deceased. She did confirm that. Wait, the grave is clean. Not just clean, but polished as well. Someone must be caring for it. Step away from the grave. Who's there? I've had it with all you grave robbers. Folk like you have no shame. What are you talking about? I'm not a grave robber. Of course you aren't, and I'm the... Hold on, I know you. You're Carmosa's stepdaughter. I am? I suppose you know Carmosa? No, Carmosa? Of course not, but I sure know you. Well, I guess you have an advantage over me then. I have no idea who you are. You don't know. I live in the town. Folk there call me Madame Gade. Gade? Gade? Gahid? Don't know how to pronounce it. Madame Gade, as in the witch that everyone talks about? So you have heard of me. The stories they tell are an exaggeration, though. Those half-wits label anything they don't understand as dangerous. Even more so, seeing as I'm a woman who's smarter than they are. I suppose it frightens them. Hello, Madame Gede? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Although it doesn't stop them from running to me anytime they have a problem they can't fix. Personally, I prefer the term wise woman. It's a lot more appropriate, I think. So you're not a witch. People can be stupid. People can be a little dumb sometimes. People can be so stupid sometimes. The instant they see something they don't understand, they fear it. It's ridiculous and close-minded. Damn sure it is. That's a very bitter outlook on life, though. I'm sad that someone so young already sees the world that way. Sad? But you said the exact same thing. I'm old and bitter, child. The world has thrown its worst at me, but you are young. You should be dreaming of doing great things, not going around calling people stupid and close-minded. So I'm supposed to be a naive dreamer just because I'm young? That's ridiculous. Ugh, if you continue to argue with me, I will turn you into a toad. Wait, I thought you said you didn't know magic. I only said that the stories about me have been exaggerated, but that hardly matters now. After all, I got you to stop arguing, didn't it? True, but still. Why are you here anyway? You scared me when you shouted at me. I was just visiting an old friend. I was on the way back from picking some herbs in the forest by the lake. Oh, I've heard that the forest and the lake are special. My father used to tell me that they're magical. And we're talking about magic again. I can't help it. The atmosphere here is so mysterious. It does feel as if this place is magical. Do you believe in magic? Not really, maybe a little. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I prefer to believe in myself. But that didn't really answer the question. Well, it hardly matters whether magic is real or not. Some people think that their life is ruled by fate. In reality, it's just easier for them to blame everything on fairies instead of their own mistakes. I prefer to take my fate into my own hands, so it doesn't matter if magic exists. I'll still aim for what I want. Oh, what a rare and refreshing outlook on life, especially for a young girl. Most women in this weird country seem content to accept whatever is handed to them. Perhaps you would like to come visit my shop the next time you're in town. Tomorrow, maybe? Maybe. Is there any reason you're inviting me? Do I need a reason? Perhaps it's merely that I like you. Or we could talk about your mother. Wait, you knew my mother? Of course I did. Who do you think has been tending to her grave all this time? It surely wasn't you. So you were friends with my mother? There. Your questions can wait for tomorrow. I'm tired and I need to return home. Shouldn't you hurry home as well? You'll be in deep trouble if Carmosa discovers you're gone. I don't know if I can make it out to town tomorrow, though. I'm gonna have to, like, sneak out or something? Oh, no. How did you know that I snuck out? Who knows? Maybe I saw it in my crystal ball. Or maybe it's just that I know Carmosa wouldn't let you wander around the woods on your own. I really want to see you tomorrow, but it won't be easy. Carmosa usually keeps a watchful eye on me. Well then, you'll just have to think of something, won't you? You won't get anything out of life if you don't take a few risks. I guess so. I'll try to come tomorrow. Excellent. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. That was certainly an unexpected meeting. But what a character! I definitely want to speak with her again. For now, I'd better just concentrate on getting home. Magic or not, the witch was right about one thing. If Carmosa finds out I snuck out, I'll be in deep trouble. Okay, we gotta get back. Didn't give me the option to stop in the forest this time. Interesting. I'll clear in the main hall, and I don't hear anyone screaming my name. Looks like I made it back in time. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I was just on my way out. Who are you? Oh, no one important, no one important. Merely here to do a little business with the madame. I'm leaving right away. I wouldn't want to disgust the lovely mademoiselle with my foul presence. Wait a moment. What business? Pardon me, but I really must be going. What was that all about? He certainly seemed to be hiding something. I could ask someone else in the household if they know anything about this guy. Carmosa is certainly out of the question, but maybe one of the sisters? Then again, I can never tell if they're on my side or not. It might be best to play dumb and see what happens. Gloria, Sophia, or leave it. I feel like Gloria would be more likely to let it slip, but Sophia would be more likely to tell me outright if I asked. So I'm gonna ask Sophia. I feel like Sophia and I have been getting along okay so far. Maybe Sophia will know something. She's always watching and listening to everything in the house. I'll go look for her. Oh, she's in the kitchen. Oh, now that's just great. She's not here either. I thought for sure she'd be hiding out in her room. I don't hide, Sophia. What are you doing in my room? Mother said dinner's almost ready, so I had to come fetch you. Where have you been? I was washing up, but I ran into a strange man on the way back. Do you have any idea who that was or what he wanted? You seem to always have a good grasp on what's going on here. I usually do, regardless of what Mother and Gloria think. The strange man came by earlier today. He said he had important information for the lady of the house. Gloria tried to send him away, but Mother ordered her to let him in. Do you have any idea what this information was? Well, I wasn't really invited to their secret meeting. This is very interesting. I wonder what Carmosa's up to. Who knows? Mother has secret servants and spies everywhere. She's like a spider pulling at many different threads of her web at once. It could be anything. That's such a perfect analogy. I suppose if it's important, it'll come up eventually. Gloria might know more. She's always trying to please Mother. Well, thank you for the information. I don't see why you're thanking me. It's hardly an exciting secret. Anyway, you should hurry up and get to the dining room. Mother would maul us both if you were late. Yeah, I guess I suspected Gloria would know more, but Gloria and I aren't friends. I'm so worn out. Of course, Carmosa would order me to help the servants wash the dishes. I wasn't much more than a servant during dinner either. Unlike the servants, I don't get paid though. Honestly, I'd rather they don't even invite me to dinner. Picking over the leftovers is better than waiting on them. At least I had something to occupy my thoughts while I did chores. A lot happened today. First, there was that talk I had with Sophia. I'm surprised that she was willing to open up to me. Usually she's so quiet and moody. She even smiled at me a few times during dinner and treated me better than usual. Aww. I wonder if she's reaching out for a friend. Maybe the two of us could be friends. I think so. I think we can be friends. Her circumstances aren't much better than mine, really. And at least I had a happy childhood. She's been mistreated all her life. I wonder if I'd be the same as her if I was in the same situation. But even though she's rough and cynical, she proved today that there's a smart and sensitive girl under all that. If she stopped pushing me away, I think I could grow to like her. Still, the talk with Sophia is nothing compared to meeting Madame Guide in the cemetery. What a woman. She's fascinating, but I just can't figure her out. She might look imposing, but she doesn't scare me. She feels familiar and trustworthy. It's clear she cared about my mother, otherwise she wouldn't be tending to her grave. I should visit her in the town as soon as I get the chance, at least to thank her for keeping Mom's grave clean. And then there's the most mysterious event of the day, that weird man coming by the house. He looked like such a vagabond. I'm surprised Carmosa would give him the time of day. I only wish I knew what his information for Carmosa was. It must be something important. I wonder if I didn't decide to sneak out to the cemetery, I would have caught the conversation that Carmosa had with that strange man. Well, oh well, I met Lady Guide, and that's good enough for me for now. I'll have to dig deeper if I want to find out. So many questions in just one day. This might be my big chance to finally change my life. But I'm too tired to think about it right now. After everything I've done today, I'm feeling so worn out. I can barely stand. I had hoped I'd have time to read a book before bed, but I need sleep. Maybe I'll have more energy tomorrow. Oh, I wasn't able to read my book. Cinders? Cinders! Hello? Is someone there? We are here. Who are you? I can barely see you. Oh, but we can see you quite well. What is this place? Where am I? You're in your bed. So this is a dream? It is. Then none of this is real. Why? You're real, and so are we. That's real enough. But who are you? You don't remember us? Should I? Do we know each other? I wonder if Cinder's mom was a fairy. We know you. You don't know us, but you know of us. If you want to meet us, come to the lake. The lake? And don't forget to bring a gift. It would be improper if you didn't. Now rest, darling. You deserve it, and you'll need all the strength you can get for tomorrow. I feel like I slept a while. I wonder if this is going to be one of my decision points. I either go to the lake, or I go into town to meet Madame Guide. I don't want to make a decision this early. That's strange. It looks like late morning, but no one came to wake me up. Again? I wonder why. I'm worried about this. I had such a strange dream last night. It felt more real than any I've had before. I wonder what it meant. I suppose time will tell. Time to get up and see what the day has in store for me. Probably more trouble. Strange. No one's in the main hall? I wonder where everyone went. Normally, Carmosa would be all over the place handing out orders to everyone. If she went somewhere on business, she'd definitely wake me before leaving. Where are the girls, anyway? Would you shut up and listen to me just this once? Why should I? You're not the lady of the house, so stop acting like it. I'm not taking orders from you. Oh, no, not this again. And here I was hoping that everyone had just disappeared. I'm surprised, though. The voices are coming from Carmosa's study. I thought it was off limits. I'd better check it out. Where is Carmosa? I'm not taking any orders from you. You shouldn't even be here in the first place. Then tell me who you think should be in charge of the house right now. I don't see anyone more qualified. Wow, so this is what Carmosa's private study looks like. A bit barren compared to one of his father's room. Did she have to get rid of everything that was even remotely pretty? Did she hate it that much, or did she just need the money that badly? Wait, so Carmosa took Cinder's room and then, like, converted father's room into a study? Like, Cinders totally could have had a room. Like, why does Carmosa need a study? Oh, and it sounds like she sold everything, too. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. Isn't this place off limits to everyone? Oh, Gloria's just on another one of her delusional power trips. Why else would she be here? Shut up, you little... hang on. What's going on here? Where's Carmosa, anyway? Who knows? She left early this morning without saying much, and now Gloria's distraught. She left for business, and she said she'll be back in 2 days. It happens, and I'm not distraught. I'm merely trying to maintain order while Mother is away. I don't recall Mother leaving you in charge. That's interesting. Cinders said that Carmosa wouldn't leave without telling her, though. I feel like it has to do with that secret package that she got delivered by that Tobias's spokesperson. Shouldn't it go without saying, who else would be capable? All you're good for is foolish commentary. Oh, of course, only Gloria is capable of anything. How did I not see that before? Both of you, stop arguing right now. Side with Sophia, call them both hopeless, side with Gloria. Oh boy. Who should be in charge? Why does anyone need to be in charge? I feel like if... I don't want to give up on either of the sisters, but like if I choose the middle option, I think they're both going to hate me. And I feel like I just started getting somewhere with Sophia. Oh no. I don't know who should be in charge. I don't want anyone to be in charge. I just want to go to town and be free. Oh, I'll call them both hopeless. I don't like this. Oh, you're both so hopeless. Don't you get what this means? Carmosa's gone for 2 days. Gloria, that's 2 days of not having to impress her or live up to her expectations. And Sophia, it's 2 days that you can stop hiding for fear of being judged. So stop trying to be in charge. No one's watching. And stop being so cynical. No one wants to hurt you. This turned out much better than I thought. Can't we just live like normal girls for 2 days without all the arguments? Oh, of course. We're such a loving bunch of sisters after all. You're even more naive and stupid than I thought. Someone has to keep things running around here. You may enjoy your freedom, but things don't get done by themselves. Cut it out. Aren't we ignoring the more important matter at hand? Why on earth did Carmosa leave so early without saying anything? Doesn't that seem suspicious? It's not as if Mother ever tells us anything. Even we don't know what she does. If she thought we needed to know, she'd tell us. She'll be back in 2 days, and that's it. Do you think this has anything to do with that strange man who came by yesterday? All I know is that it's none of our business. Now, if neither of you are going to help me, get out of here and leave me alone. Let's get out of here, Cinders. Our audience with Her Majesty is clearly over. And there you have it. No matter what you tell Gloria, she insists on being in charge. Well, what do you plan on doing with your day? I'm not sure. I might go into town. There are a few things I've been meaning to do. Good luck getting Gloria's permission for that. You'll be better off just sneaking out on your own. You mean you won't tell her if I go? Why would I do that? I want no part in Gloria's delusions of power, and I don't care what you do. Maybe sneaking out is a good idea then. I'll think about it. I'm hungry though. I need to eat first. About that. I already made breakfast. You can have some if you like. Sophia! You made breakfast for me? I cooked for myself already, and making extra for you is no trouble. Thank you. That was very kind of you. I wouldn't read into it too much. I only did it because it was easy. Of course. Well, thank you anyway. Sophia! I'm so glad. Breakfast was lovely. Everything is so much more relaxing and peaceful when Carmosa's away. It sure would be nice if every day could be like this. I guess that's just a silly dream, though. I wonder what I should do today. It would definitely be the perfect day to go into town. I could talk with that woman, Madame Guide, or go see Tobias. Well, there's no sense in waiting around. I should get going. I wonder if I should tell Gloria that I'm leaving. She'd be angry if she found out later. I feel like Gloria's gonna say no if I ask her. But I don't want to keep purposefully pushing Gloria away. I'm gonna tell Gloria. As much as I hate to admit it, it's probably better to tell her now instead of later. She's taking this whole responsibility thing pretty seriously. She might let me go if I show her some respect. It certainly beats having to deal with her anger later on. Gloria? What do you want? Isn't there someone else you can bother? I just want to go into town. I thought I'd let you know. Oh, well, how considerate of you. But the answer is no, you're not going anywhere. I didn't come to ask for your permission. I'm telling you that I'm going, so don't try and stop me. I see. Well, I won't give you the satisfaction of wasting my time with a useless argument. Feel free to go, but Mother will find out, and you'd better not expect my help with anything in the future. I can live with that. Goodbye. No! Well, I'll go to the forest first. Maybe I can stop by the lake and then go into town? I hope so. I hope I have enough time for that. It's not like I'm on a limit, I don't think. I'm lucky that Carmosa's gone. I can do anything I want for once. Today is so beautiful. I hear birds singing, and the freedom makes me feel so alive. That strange dream I had last night, it said I should go to the lake. It seems silly, but it did feel different from a normal dream. Was it really someone speaking to me? Well, even if it wasn't real, I could at least take some time by the lake to relax. Oh, but I need to bring an offering. I don't have anything. I hope they give me the choice to go back to the lake after. I want to go to town, get something, and then come back to the lake. I hope I can. Dang. Ugh, I don't have anything to give. I doubt something like a wreath of flowers is going to suffice again. I'm going to hurry into town. I shouldn't have stopped in the forest in the first place then. I better not waste any of this precious day. Time to go into town. There are so many exciting things in store for me. I can't wait. Oh, I don't have any money though because I bought a meal. Man, I can't go back to the forest. I feel like, what if I already made my choice without thinking? Oh no. Market day is clearly over. The streets are much emptier now. That's just fine with me. I've still got plenty of things I can do, like visit Tobias. Maybe I could also stop by the inn and see if the captain of the guard is there again. But first I need to see if I can find Madame Guide's shop. She seemed to know a lot about Mother and I. I'm so curious to learn more. I don't have a clue where her shop is, though. I'll have to ask around. Well, here I am. It's the first time I'm here, but this place wasn't hard to find. It really stands out. Oh, I feel like this is when all of the choices start branching. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I don't think I'm going to record everything or me getting to all the endings. I'm probably going to just do that on my own after my first playthrough, but man, this really feels like I'm starting to make a choice here. I don't see Madame Guide anywhere. Is she out? Just look at everything here. Skulls, candles, I don't even know what that is. I wonder if I should have come. Don't touch anything. You surprised me. Oh, child, it's you. I mistook you for one of those mindless townfolk. It's impossible to even leave for lunch without one of them coming in and breaking something. Then why do you do it? I have to eat sometime, right? I meant, why do you leave your store open? Doesn't it attract thieves? These people might be clumsy, but they won't take any risks if they don't have to. Especially when it involves stealing from a witch. But earlier you said you're not a witch. Did I? Well, what I am hardly matters. What matters is what people believe of me. It's most helpful. Yeah, I think I understand what you mean. Of course you understand. You're a bright girl, just like your mother. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You act like you knew Mother, but I don't remember you. Oh, I did know your mother, but not as well as you'd like. I know you, too. How did you two meet? A few months before you were born, your mother had some health problems. She came to me for help. I wouldn't say we were close friends, but I learned many of her secrets. I see. Can you tell me what Mother was like? I only know of her from what Father told me. Oh, I have nothing but respect for her. She was a smart and clever woman who wouldn't settle for the boring life that was expected of her. She was ambitious, motivated, and she always knew how to get what she wanted. How strange. Father always spoke of her as if she was an angel, humble, caring, and a hopeless romantic. How is that strange? Those aren't conflicting descriptions. Can't a woman be smart and independent and still want to be a good mother and wife? She was also practical and brilliant at business, better than your father, to be honest. Wow, I never knew. With everything Father said, she seemed more mythical than anything else. Truly. You know, you're rather similar to your mother. The two of you have the same spark. I am not good wife material. I am not the independent. How do you know? How do you know? It might be true, but how would you know that? Even if you did know Mother, you hardly know anything about me. Well, you certainly are a clever one. It's true I don't know you well, but I've observed you recently. You observed me? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. I'm sorry, I just wanted to know how my friend's daughter was faring. And it was impossible to just go and visit you. Is that Carmosa's doing? Ah, Lady Carmosa, your father always was attracted to extraordinary women. He may have had a good heart, but he was a little disconnected from reality. Without your mother's guidance, he likely would have lost his title and fortune in no time. Carmosa also has the brains and ambition necessary to manage his estate. She's an excellent choice for a second wife and an incredible person. Oh, I'm going to differ from that. She's a person, but not incredible by any means. I beg to differ. I could describe Carmosa in several ways, but incredible isn't one of them. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You might be justified in hating Carmosa, but you should still respect her. She couldn't get to where she is now by worrying about being liked. She knowingly put her family's status before her own happiness. That's not an easy choice. Don't try and make excuses for her actions. You can dress it up, but Carmosa is still a bad person. She's not doing anything for her family if all her daughters are miserable because of her. I appreciate that she's ambitious and independent, but she should do it without inspiring hate or hurting people. I suppose that's where we differ, child. You still live with such an outlook. Life is not a fairy tale, and you won't always be able to be so idealistic. Still, I suppose I can't stop you from aiming for the sort of life you want. You only live once, after all. By the way, how are Carmosa's daughters? Are you getting along? They're not bad. Gloria is still not my friend, but Sophia's alright. Well, I assume you can imagine how Carmosa's daughters would be. They keep me at arm's length. They're troubled, confused, hurt, and they often hide behind cruelty or cynicism. But underneath that all, they're just normal girls. I think as they mature, our relationship will get better. I only hope that with time, they'll be able to free themselves from Carmosa's toxic influence. But for now, it's still very difficult to live with them. It seems that things are difficult for you. You're not very happy with your life these days, aren't you? You could say that. And what are you doing? What do you mean? If you don't like your life, then you have to be the one to change it. Otherwise, anything you say is just whining. I definitely want my life to change. Then what's your plan? I wait for my chance, I have to learn more, I have my ways. I have to learn more. I don't really have a plan yet. Why not? Are you expecting things to just work themselves out? Of course not. It's just that I don't know enough to form a real plan. I don't want to act brashly. I get the feeling there's a lot more going on that I don't know about. Carmosa is acting strangely. If I could figure out what she's up to, maybe I could use that to my advantage. I'm also wondering if I could find a way to reclaim the estate from her somehow. I'm my father's only daughter, after all. That's almost always a way to bend the law to your will. It might not be very kind, though. Anyway, it doesn't seem like you have a very clear idea of what you want yet. I promised your mother that I'd help you, and I will, but you yourself need to know what you want first. Come see me once you're ready to move forward, and we'll talk about your options. Did you really promise my mother you'd help me? Of course I did, girl. I have no reason to lie about that. You must get going now, though. Wait, I still have so many questions. I have a lot of work to do, I'm afraid. I can't afford any disturbances. I'm sure we'll have another chance to talk. I'll do my best to answer your questions then. You remind me so much of your mother, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. I wanted more stories about my mom, not just, like, affirmations that, like, oh yeah, she was really smart, she was good at business, like, and that, you know, my father thought she was like an angel. I wanted to hear stories, that's why I came. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care, girl. I must admit I don't know what to think about Madame Guide after we talked. I can't tell when she's being serious or sarcastic. If she's giving me advice or just mocking me, or both. And maybe I'm just not used to acts of selflessness, but I get suspicious when someone outright offers to help me with all my problems. Makes me wonder if they don't have some hidden agenda, especially if it's the town witch. Looks like my mother was quite special to make such interesting acquaintance. A witch! Still, she seems genuinely interested in helping me, and can I really be picky here? I won't be forgetting the conversation we just had anytime soon, that's for sure. Where should I go now? It's still fairly early. I can probably take my time today. I could go and have a little talk with Tobias in his store. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it would be fun. I might even see the captain of the guard again. So, where should I go next? I feel like Tobias would have an item that I might be able to bring to the lake, but I'm more interested in the captain of the guard as a person than I am Tobias. Sorry, Tobias. So, I might be cutting off my own options here, but I'm going to go to the inn. The inn it is, then. Made my choice. Something smells delicious. I wonder what's cooking in the kitchen right now. Not like it matters. I don't have any money to buy food anyway. Why am I even here? I guess my real reason for coming was to see the captain again. I was really hoping he'd be here. He was such an intriguing man. I wish I could spend a little more time getting to know him. Ah, there he is, sitting in the same corner he sat in last time. Habit? Looks like he's leaving. Wait, is he coming towards me?
I remember you. Your name is Cinders, correct?
Yes, I'm surprised you recognized me.
Well, you were on my mind. Would you care to join me for a drink?
I'd be happy to. Hang on, you were thinking about me?
Yes, you came to mind during a recent discussion I had with the prince.
Oh, I'm flattered, I think? What were you talking about exactly?
A candidate for wife, of course. Surely you've heard about the king's last wish.
Corel, aren't you a little loose-tongued? You don't even know me. Actually, I haven't.
According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So the coronation is being postponed, and every noble in the kingdom is trying to foist a daughter on him. It's been very tiring for him, as many of these women are groomed for looks alone. He was losing faith. So I told him that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof.
Oh, well, I'm grateful for the compliment, but I'm not sure what else to say.
My apologies. The drink is making me more direct than is proper. These days, there's little to do fulfilling my duties, so I spend many hours here. I don't want to bore you with the small complaints of my life, and I apologize for being so curt with you the last time we met.
I understand. A lot happened, and it's no surprise that you weren't in the mood for discussion. Honestly, I should probably apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone.
It wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know you asked about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more?
I'm more interested in you, Pearl. Actually, I was more interested in hearing about you.
Me? I'm just a simple warrior. What's so interesting about me?
Plenty of things. For starters, how did you become captain of the guard?
Well, if you really want to know, it runs in my family. My great-grandfather was a mere soldier, but he saved the king's life in battle and was rewarded. The family was granted a noble title and the position of the king's personal guard. Okay, so it doesn't matter that he's not sociable. It's a family line kind of thing. Okay, got it. Since then, my family's heritage has been swordsmanship and loyalty to the crown.
So you were destined to have this position from the start?
Yes, but I accepted it with great pride and joy. It's an honor to serve the kingdom. We will always remember that the king was grateful and kind to the man who saved him.
Didn't you ever think about doing something else with your life?
Not once. Besides, it was not my decision to make.
I don't want to be speaking out of turn, but that sounds so sad. You didn't have a choice?
There's nothing sad about it. The men of my family have been honorable soldiers for ages. I was raised on tales of my brave ancestors and trained in combat since I was a child. When I received my first sword and joined the palace guard, I was so proud. It was the best day of my life. I felt like I could finally stand among the heroes of my family.
Do you still feel that way even now?
Not as much, but I don't blame my family or my path in life. The world is simply changing. Oh, so Perrault recognizes it too, same as the prince. There was a time when conflict meant a sword in the heart, but now it's a dagger in the back. These days, everything is poisonous words and false smiles. You can't tell friend from foe. Kingdoms are torn apart by whispers and false smiles now. There's no place for a man of the sword. All I have left is the corner of the inn and the occasional desperate lowlife kidnapping a few children. I'm not the heroic savior that my ancestors were. You're still needed. Perhaps you should settle down. He recognizes the world is changing, but this really sounded like his dream. Like he wanted to be captain of the guard. He was raised from a child on it. I'm gonna say he's still needed. I think the parents of the child you rescued would disagree. You still saved his life. Sure, you didn't get to charge into a glorious battle, but that doesn't make you less of a hero. There's still a place in this world for brave men. Thank you for your kind words, but you think too much of me. I'm happy I could save the child's life, but I feel terrible that I had to kill those men. Oh, he really does feel bad about it. They were misguided and foolish, yes, but they couldn't even defend themselves. Brigands, though? Brigands couldn't defend themselves? It may be selfish, but I miss the days of the king. Back then, I could cut down my enemies in battle. Are you saying you actually miss killing people all the time? I'm saying I miss the days when men put their lives on the line for what they believed. The people I used to fight knew what they were up against when they opposed the king. The killing may have been brutal, but at least it was honorable.
Didn't you ever feel bad about taking their lives?
I'm only the sword. The king is the one who wields it. The burden of guilt is on him. It's my good fortune that I served a wise king who didn't enjoy bloodshed. That's enough for such heavy subjects, though. I'd rather get to know you more, if you don't mind. You look like a girl from the town, but I haven't seen you around.
I don't live in the town, actually. I live in the house ruled by Lady Carmosa.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't realize you were nobility. Your clothes give you the appearance of one of the townfolk. I didn't know you were incognito. He thinks I chose this.
It's not a disguise. This is what I wear every day. After my father passed away, Carmosa took over. She treats me as one of the servants, but without any pay. I don't even have money to spend on clothing.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame your father chose Carmosa to take over the estate.
He chose her?
Isn't that what happened? Before he passed away, he should have left a will. The will would appoint the next head of the house. It's a shame he didn't choose you.
I've never heard anything about this will. I don't think Father would willingly put me in this situation.
That doesn't sound right at all. If Lady Carmosa wasn't appointed, she's breaking the law.
I didn't realize that. Something about the situation seems suspicious.
I hope you get it sorted out. I wish I could speak with you longer, but I must start my patrol. It was a pleasure talking with you. If you ever need anything, I'd be happy to help you. Okay, so I feel like I have an inkling of a plan now. Maybe. I have to root through the studio while Carmosa's gone. I hope she didn't send off the will or something, or there's like a forgery or whatever.
Thank you. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
This is the first time I've heard of Father's will. I wonder why he never wrote one. Unless he did write one. In that case, what happened to it?
I mean, he did marry Carmosa, so like, it's not like he thought that Carmosa was bad. Maybe he didn't even see that Carmosa was going to mistreat Cinders this way. I guess that's kind of the two options of the will, is that he did appoint Carmosa and then like I wasted my time, and then the second option is that he didn't appoint Carmosa, he appointed me, and I need to somehow fight for it.
I'll have to investigate as soon as I get the chance. Well, there's no point in sitting here in the tavern alone. I don't want to attract the wrong company. Going to the inn was definitely worth it. It was nice to see Captain Perrault again. He's such an interesting man. His persona is so rough and intimidating, and he carries himself like a man who's seen war. But he's also so straightforward and honest, almost naive, like a child raised on tales of knighthood. The fact that he still holds onto his ideals after all of this is admirable. There's something pure about it. It's getting late, but I think I still have a little bit of time before I have to go home. I could visit Tobias, or I go to the lake and see what that weird dream tonight was about. I don't have any offerings. I was hoping that maybe I would pick something up at the inn when I was there, but I didn't. Oh, I wonder if I didn't stop at the lake before I went to town, like if I would have had time to go to Lady Geed's, go to the inn, go to Tobias's, and then go back to the lake again. I don't know, but I feel like I missed my chance a little bit. Dang it. Okay, well, either way, I'm going to go ahead and stop here for now. You'll see what choice I make in the next episode, I guess. Thank you for watching. This has been SAmaryllis playing Cinders. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Bye-bye!